Hi guys, welcome to Hip the Food. Today we're making Pike-Perch with pickled herring butter. It's gonna be amazing. And in Sweden we like our Pike-Perch a lot. So I got a big one here. So I'm gonna cut off the these things and I'm gonna brush it off and yeah, let's go. I'm gonna use a pair of scissors here. Get rid of that. This one really sturdy. These are really sharp, so make sure you don't. Ouch! Ouch! What the? Well, it's time to peel the scales, and I don't want to do that over here because the scales are going to fly all over the place, and I don't want my apartment to be fishy. So I'm gonna do that over the sink. I'll be back in a sec. So I now have fish scales all over my entire kitchen. Let's try and fillet this sucker. What you want to do actually is go in down here. So make a cut the stomach, make sure you cut it all the way through like that. And now we want to get rid of the insides. So let's do that over the sink as well. So what you want to do is go in here, get up here and cut around the bones here, like that, and then cut around the neck. And then on the other side, do the same. Go in, cut around the bones, and cut around the neck like that. Now just make sure that you have your sharpest knife. Go in and press down and slice. Like that. You shouldn't have to cut at all, you should just have to like that. Now you want to get rid of the bones, and this might be tricky. This side should be easier. It's always easier. So for this course we're going to use the thicker side. So I'm gonna cut these in halves and cut this in half like that, and then like that. These are the two pieces that we're gonna use. So these are nice pieces, but they're not that thick. I'm gonna cut this up just in case we're gonna use it later. It's good fish, so don't waste it. So before you do anything else, you wanna cook your potatoes. In Sweden, during summertime, we love our fresh potatoes, and we love them so much that we can't get enough of them. I have some over here, just beautifully rubbed in plain water. We're gonna add some dill to this. Just use what you feel like. I feel like, I don't know, a lot. So use a lot. That much. We're also gonna use a bit of salt for this one. And add water and put to boil. And now for the pickled herring butter. What you need is obviously pickled herring that I've got over here. They look like this, straight out of a can. Very tasteful. I know some of you Americans have a hard time with this, but trust me, you gotta try this. We're also gonna chop up our onion, use some dill, but first we're gonna get the butter cooking. So I'm gonna use 100 grams of plain butter here. the recipe actually said 100 gram, and I normally don't really care about measuring stuff, but you know, this package came in 100 grams, so put that on medium heat. The onion. Peel it as you normally do. We're gonna switch to a bigger knife, I can tell you. Cut this in smaller pieces. Once the butter is completely melted, just take it off the stove and let it stay there for a while. You don't want to burn it. And now we want to, I'm just gonna go with, I don't know, kind of a lot of it because I like it. We're gonna use this in the butter. But first we're gonna chop it up. Just make sure to finely chop this like that. And then you want to move on to the pickled herring. The herring should be pretty much equal amount to the butter, so 100 gram more or less. But as I don't measure this, I'm just going with eyesight vision here. Well, it's time to put this into the butter. I think we have too much onion. I'm not gonna use all of it. I'm gonna use maybe half of it. Or a bit more. I'm gonna use pretty much all of the dill, and I'm definitely gonna use all of the pickled herring. But we're not done here. We need lemon in this. As you can tell by now, pretty much all of my recipes contain lemon because I really like it, and that's basically the reason. But this time we're gonna use a lemon, and we're gonna actually slice it up. We're not gonna use the juice from it. We're gonna slice it up, and for that I need like a knife. First I'm gonna stir this around. Right, definitely we need lemon. So I'm gonna cut off the edges here. So let's see, let's just cut this in thin slices. And I should have cleaned this mess up because it's getting crowded in here. But then we're gonna make sure we get this cleaned up. So we only have this. This is great. We're gonna put that in here. This is really easy if you have a sharp knife. Okay. Wow, I see how this works. Alright, we're gonna put this aside and clean this mess up. Can you hear that sound in the background? That's the sound of fish being ready. So it's time to plate this. I'm really excited. I'm gonna use like one regular plate here. And first off, you're gonna use some of the pickled herring butter that you made. Put that on the bottom here. Just spread that out a bit. Now we're gonna use the big piece. I want to flip this over actually, so I'm gonna use this. And your potatoes should be done. And for the sake of it, let's just garnish with some more dill. And there we have it. Pike-Perch with pickled herring, butter, fresh cooked potatoes. It's summertime in Sweden, guys. You should come here. All of you come here, have this dinner. It's freaking amazing. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Oscar Moon. You have seen Hip the Food today. I love you guys. Please hit that subscribe button, and as always, I'm out.